Dilip Bhai, in Hinduism we've had many prophets or God-realized persons, but in other traditions, in major world religions, we see there's only been one prophet, and they are stuck to that. And I think now the problems we are having in this world now, I think they need a new prophet that can guide them to a better understanding of their religion in a way.
See, let me lighten up a little bit. At one Christian meeting, there were a lot of Christian ministers and they were quizzing me. They said, how come you produce so many God-realized people? Almost every century produces one giant. And you know why? They keep coming again and again. Why? I said, very simple reason. I said, because I'm lightening up. I said, God likes to come down to earth and play with humanity from time to time, interact with humanity. You know, yada yada hi dharma. He likes to come down from quite often. And he used to come, and once in a while, he decided to be born in the Middle East. He was born as Christ. And what did you do to him? You nailed him to the cross. Since that time, he decided, I can't risk it. It's best to be born in India, where the people play drums and beat drums. We love this God. He's born outside, they knock him out. You murder him. This is terrible. I said, this is why. He doesn't want to risk it. So this is a light-hearted answer. But look, this is true. You see, this is the biggest problem we face in the modern world is because religion and the secular worldview or the science worldview cannot sit together. Because most of the Western philosophy, Western thinking on religion comes from Christianity, which is in a way stuck in a rut. Because the main prophet lived about 2,000 years ago. And because he lived 2,000 years ago, the message he left was only suited perhaps for his own time. But unfortunately, we live in a modern world where the universe has moved on, humanity has evolved dramatically, we've got new science and new ideas regarding reality, but the ancient teachings continue to be kind of, stuck with the ancient teachings of the Bible. And of course, science will knock it out. Say, 6-day creation, what rubbish. Adam and Eve is a special creation, a special, kind of product of, God's world. That's not true. We are coming out of the animal kingdom. Adam and Eve were not special. And yet they can't respond because as Manish Bhai mentioned, they have not produced more recent prophets of the same caliber as Christ. So they are stuck in a rut. So he's saying that will they produce, in the West, will they produce a modern prophet who can then take, if you like, the teachings of Christianity and other religions into this particular modern phase? The answer is yes. That's why I'm very pleased you asked this question. And do you know who that prophet is? He's not yet to come because, Jehovah is coming. I'm not talking like that. The prophet was there. And do you know who the prophet is and who's going to be again center stage in the West? Vivekananda. First time India has produced a prophet not just fit to respond to the requirements of the Indian subcontinent, but for the whole world. His message is so universal and it is so potent that within 10 years' time, not going to wait till 50 years, within 10 years' time, this message will become visible in the Western world, in the modern world, and it will become universal. So the prophet India has produced recently is no longer fit for just Indian subcontinent. That's why Vivekananda's talks were not given mostly in India. They were given in the West, in English. Because this message of, if you like, much more modern vision of religion, much more contemporary vision of religion, much more sensible and much more rational vision of religion was represented by Vivekananda in the West. So that if he's saying, will a prophet be born in the West? I say he's already come and gone. His message has not still entered the Western society, but people like me are rolling up our sleeves and making sure it enters Western society. And it's a very dramatic message. You know why it's dramatic? It reconciles a multitude of religious worldviews, which nobody else could do. No other prophet has done it. It then recognizes the importance of shifting our emphasis not on a God in the heaven, but God in humanity. This is modern religion. Majority of youngsters today don't believe in a God in heaven. It's gone. Sell-by date is gone. When you talk about something special about humanity, that is showing itself through this human form, they relate to it very well. And where does this message come from? From this modern proponent of religion, modern proponent of spirituality. This Vivekananda is a prophet not for India, but for the whole world, including the West.